Hello.
Hi,
Oh,
everybody.
oh,
Oh,
hi.
I didn't see anyone there.
I didn't see you there.
Sorry, give us
Well,
one moment. We're both just
yeah,
playing
just
with
yeah,
stuff in our hands.
just 1 second.
I
Uh,
gotta make sure everyone knows that the show's happening, so I gotta fix my
yeah,
mouse.
yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but the show is happening right now. It just started. It's us. It's us, Double XL. I'm Nacho, and the guy that is playing with his phone. Are you okay, Trevor?
Yeah,
You
no,
okay?
I dropped my computer mouse while we were doing. It's good.
Oh,
We're good. I'm good.
yeah. We're all
Yeah,
good. We're all
yeah.
good here. And we're here for a show. As you know, this is a call-in show. Show's not about us. It's not
It's
about
not.
us.
It's hosted by us. It's not about us.
Yeah, it's just hosted by us, and we are the only people you will see. But the idea of the show is that we get a bunch of calls from you, and we get to talk about like a special subject that we have for today.
That's
And
right.
like, yeah, you might be wondering like, how do we get on the show? How do we get on call? And the only thing you need to do wherever you're watching is to just go to the comment sections, and in the comment section there will be a comment by the Comedy Cafe Berlin where you will have a link to our StreamYard, and which is our studio, and you can just join in the studio, turn off your camera, and at some point we'll get you on the show live on air, and we'll talk about our theme. Is
Yeah.
that right, Trevor?
Should we catch up a little bit, maybe just to see how
Yeah.
we're both doing? Since this is, after all, the only time we speak to each other other than in messages. So yeah,
How you doing,
so
Trevor?
yeah, I'm doing pretty well, actually. It's very cold right now,
Hmm.
so that's unfortunate. But I guess today's the first day of spring. Is that correct?
I think, yeah, today
Today's
is
Yeah, yeah,
21st.
equinox or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, and
Yeah.
actually, like here it has come with actually pretty good weather.
Mm.
So this weekend has been like the sun has been shining, the plants are starting to grow from the ground, little flowers are starting to appear. So there's a
Beautiful.
positive note. It's kind of like all looking up.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I've got very few complaints, so I'm happy the spring is here.
yeah.
Doesn't mean much at the moment, but yeah.
It's gonna
But
be helpful.
anyway, our topic isn't spring, though, is it, Nacho?
No, it
No,
could have been.
it could have been spring
It would
if
have
we
been.
had planned ahead that it was the first
Yeah,
day. What have we missed? The biggest possible topical thing we could be doing a show
yeah.
about is the first day of spring.
We missed the spring show. What a
Yeah,
terrible thing. Uh,
but uh, but alas, we have another topic, and tonight's
yeah.
topic is free stuff.
Yes.
Shall I?
Yes.
This was since this topic I proposed this one. I guess
Yeah, Trevor,
maybe
you
I
came
should.
up with it. So
Yeah.
maybe what do you envision the show being about, and what
Well,
what do you want the callers to call about?
well, I think, as you would agree with me, that even though this is the topic, neither of us really want the callers to call about anything except whatever the hell they want to call about.
Right.
But that's our private opinion. We wouldn't share that on the live stream usually, but that's our private
No.
opinion, that the callers just blanket can call about whatever they want,
Oops.
but they shouldn't know that. But I was thinking, like, what are some things, and then I'm like looking around. What are some ideas for a call-in topic? And then I'm looking around my apartment and I see all this like stuff that I'm like, oh, I remember finding this thing on the street, or I remember finding this thing on the street, or I remember someone giving me this. And I was like, I love free stuff. I love getting free stuff. I love the free stuff I have, and I think if we just dedicated an hour, for once, I mean, we never dedicate an hour to the free stuff that we get, and
Right.
I thought that could be nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's something that like there's nothing sweeter than getting something for free. I feel like,
No, yeah,
especially like the freer it is and the better the thing is, like it just like it hits that like
yeah.
amazing
I
reward.
love the graphs that are the more free, like something.
Yeah.
It starts with free and it gets more free,
Yeah,
And
exactly,
then
absolutely.
what is the other axis?
Because like you might be making fun of me, but like there's some people say like in movies and stuff say like nothing in life is free, right?
Mm.
So there is kind of like a scale of how free, right?
Interesting. Okay,
Right, nothing comes at zero cost.
that's
Um,
probably true.
yeah. So it's pretty nice when you get something that is free, whether somebody gave it to you as a present, whether you found it somewhere, or whether the thing was free in itself as something that has no monetary value and that you can get. Like for
Yeah,
example, like going to a park. Park is
yeah,
it's free.
yeah, and
Um,
and I mean, like we've done a lot of free shows. I guess that's a free thing we've given people tonight as a free show. This is a free show, so of course this is also something. If anyone wants to call and say this is the nicest free thing they've ever gotten, I mean
yeah,
that's
that's
on you.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think like there's something like for the person who gives something for free as well. There's some magic to it. Not only the person that receives it giving something for free, like a show, it also has like this cool component. Like
yeah,
you're giving stuff for whoever wants it, like without any condition.
yeah.
So what were the things? I'm curious, Trevor. What were the things that you were thinking about?
So
Um,
I uploaded. I have a picture example I can use. So this is, I
ooh,
think, the newest free item that I found on the street that I love and has, I think, improved my life actually quite significantly. Which is I found while walking a couple weeks ago or a month ago this cool vintage bread box. See this thing here? This bread is a box, just like cool yellow,
it does
black
look
and white.
fucking cool.
Yeah, and then it opens and you can put your bread inside of it.
Wow.
And I just found that on the street and I walked past it at first and I was like, that's really cool. I can't just walk past that. And so I got this
Yeah.
amazing
It
little bread
almost
box.
it almost looks like a little bit Bauhaus,
It does, yeah. It has
right?
I mean the yellow and white. I feel like primary color. Oh, it's like not all the primary colors, but it probably wouldn't have more than the primary colors if anything. Yeah,
Right.
it could be Bauhaus.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I love it. And I have to be honest. I never had a bread box in my life. A bread box is a great thing. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, it helps.
It
Well,
helps.
I guess
My
like
bread now stays probably a week fresher. Like I can make it last a little longer.
so I was going to like talk about one of my free stuff later uh because we don't have a last call, so I was going to use it as a last call. But I think like now that you brought up bread, I'm going to do that. So I just got uh from a friend some banana bread for free.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
So it's nicely wrapped in double kinds of paper. Oh, look at. Oh my god. Yes.
Wow. That looks like a beautiful piece of banana bread. It's like a half a
Yeah.
loaf. Yeah.
Yeah, a very generous piece and a beautiful piece of banana bread. So thank you, Jamie. This is great. I
Wow.
actually need to get a fork to bite into it. Maybe I should just grab a piece like this, right?
Yeah, for now. Um, and we have some comments. Let's just highlight those. Josh Tellson, incredibly jealous of the bread box. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be? Uh, it's
Yeah.
it's the luckiest thing I've ever found on the street. The other thing I found on the street, uh, and I don't have a picture of it, but not too long ago was I was just walking and I saw like just a piece of wood, honestly, or it looked like it just a piece of wood. But then I realized it was a corner shelf, so it's like a square shelf that's meant to go into a corner. And my computer desk is like kind of in a corner already, but I have it like angular so that there is like a gap between where the desk is and the corner of the wall. And
Right.
I'm always like, I work on a second monitor. I'm always like, I need more desk space. Like I wish I could use this. And then about 8 months ago. I just walk on the street, found this beautiful little corner shelf, and now I have my monitor on a corner shelf in that corner, and my desk in front of it, and it's perfect.
That's nice. Yeah, I think like I have a story. Like I think one of the best things I have for free, and I guess in this case it starts to come into like an ethical dilemma, or ethical dilemma of the day, for some of you watchers. Is like, when is something that you find on the street or like wherever free, and when it's actually stealing? So this happened to me, and actually not to me but to my aunt, like quite a few years ago. I think it must have been like 6 to 7 years ago, where she found these Ray-Bans on the beach, in the middle of the beach, and she got them, and she brought them up in the apartment, and I said like, oh, those look cool, and I just tried them on, and I was like, these look great on me. And then it's been my best sunglasses for many years. What do you think?
So I have 2 questions about this.
Yeah.
Did she explain like how she found them? Like, were they like just on the beach in the sand, folded, like someone clearly left them, or were they like, was there like a sand sculpture with the sunglasses on it, and she took it off that, or was it clearly like it had like Ray-Bans had been doing like a promotional photo shoot and they just left their sunglasses?
Yeah,
those are my 3 questions, I guess.
Closer to the first one, they were just isolated somewhere, like lying on the beach, but like not. It was not like. There wasn't a Sandman with like cool sunglasses, like Blues Brothers sand. Castle
would have been
sand.
Cool. Missed opportunity. Whoever.
Yeah, what a shame. Well, maybe one day I'll do that for somebody. I'll make a Blues Brother, and I'll return my.
You pay it forward to some completely different person. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Should we go to our first call?
Yeah. So first of all, like if you're watching the show, like this show depends on you to call. So like we need you. Thanks, Trevor, for thinking ahead of what I was gonna say. So yeah, please call ahead. Like we'll put you on the queue, and we'll get to you, and we can chat about like free stuff that you've gotten, or what you think about generally when you think about free stuff. So with that said, let's take the first call.
So let us welcome a friend of ours, Georg FK. Georg, hello.
Hi, good evening.
How are you,
Good evening, Georg.
I'm okay. I'm playing Sea of Thieves, and usually I often play Sea of Thieves with my friends, but they're not online right now. So I just thought, so I have somebody to talk to while playing Sea of Thieves. And because I'm desperate for human connection, I figured I'd call in.
You're literally playing a game while talking to us right now?
I am playing Sea of Thieves, yes, right now.
Wow,
I just loaded up my ship. I'm now departing towards the Sunken Grove to defeat the skeleton captain.
Great.
Over there.
Georg,
this is what I meant when people can call about whatever they want. This is perfect.
Georg,
but I found when loading my ship, I found 2 pineapples, which is pretty rare. And like within the game, they are free. Pineapples are the best food you can find in the game because half a pineapple will restore you to full health. So
there you go. Cool. So you got something for free.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I paid for the game, but also not that much because I did it on the super cheap trial month for the Xbox Game Pass. So I think I paid €3 for 3 months. It's like almost free.
Right. Georg, can I ask you something?
Oh, of course.
When you meet with your friends to play this game, do you talk about the game, or are you talking about anything else?
I mean,
like
both.
Just like you're doing now. Can you just chat about like any random topics?
If we play the game, obviously we have to coordinate because we're a crew. You're a crew on a pirate ship in that game, so we will talk about lower the front sail. Watch out! There's a skeleton ship over there. Load the cannons. or we'll debate if we find another human ship, if we attack them or try to make friends with them, and so on.
Right.
There's also a lot of time where you just like out on the sea, and then we'll chat about anything for sure.
Right. That's cool. That's good that the game has some time to just chat about anything.
Yeah, it's a really nice, chill multiplayer game, I have to say. I tried to get more people from the CCP community into it, but because currently I'm just cruising the sea, and it's relatively calm. But
That's
I mean,
amazing.
I don't know if I can keep you updated. So I'm getting closer to the Sunken Grove, where the skeleton captain is to be rumored.
So what happens if you run into this skeleton captain?
Sorry?
What happens if you run into this skeleton captain?
Well, then I have to, I think kill them would be the wrong term, because they are already
undead already.
Undead, yeah. But yeah, I have to defeat them. I mean, first I have to defeat several of their underlings. And they might be shadow skeletons, they might be plant skeletons, they might be coral skeletons, they might be gold skeletons. You know, the gold skeletons are the most annoying because you have to lure them into the water so they start to rust. I don't know if gold can rust, in fact, but that's how it works in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Georg.
Yeah.
I think, like, I was thinking, since you called and you're playing this game, that maybe we can give you something for free. We can give you some game advice if you need any.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no. I always give advice. I mean,
right. If you have any strategy that you don't know what to do,
I'm close to the Sunken Grove now, and I don't know where that skeleton captain is. So you could tell me in which direction, like northwest, east. What's the other one?
So
that's four.
I don't know what direction he would, but I'm assuming the Sunken Grove means that he might be
Sunken
down.
Grove is just the name of the island.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because in the middle of that island, there is there's a pretty deep, like not exactly a cave, but like a hole in the mountain, and there's a grove down there. And usually, I mean, I was trying to like make you feel like you're helping, but usually the skeletons on the Sunken Grove are down there in that cave. So, but I can also talk about free stuff, because I mean, I didn't hear when you.
No, but I want to give you an advice. I think
yes,
and it doesn't matter. Anyone in the comments, feel free to give Georg advice, and we can
absolutely
see in real time what happens.
And I will absolutely take your advice as long as it's technically possible in the game. So I trust you. I trust you and the other.
Yeah, I think you should I think you should circle the island before you commit to.
Okay.
To go down. Like, I think like getting a full perspective of like what you might encounter. I think
okay, so here's a beach right now, and there is a really large, like a prehistoric skull. I guess it's a shark skull or something, or a megalodon skull right on the beach with a campfire burning in it.
I would say.
Yeah. Okay, so should I circle the island a little more?
I guess I would say you should circumnavigate the island. I guess that's my advice. Yeah.
Circumnavigate, as in avoid it at all.
No, just kind of give it a circle.
Give it a circle, okay. Yeah. So I'm right now in the west. So I'll let you know. Okay.
You know, you have to do.
There's a lot of rocks. There's a lot of rocks.
Okay.
There's like a huge cliff on this end of the island. So I can't really get on the island from here, so I'll just keep circling.
Yeah. So this is a good reconnaissance mission. I think that's the.
There is some kind of loot up there on the cliff. I can't see from here. Should I check it out?
Okay. I think like first like check everything.
Georg, I just want to. Josh Telson has commented. Georg should share his screen.
Is that possible in StreamYard?
I'm not sure. I think in StreamYard it would have to be a tab, wouldn't it?
Yeah, which it isn't. I mean, I'm sure there's some.
So we have some advice for you also, Georg, coming directly from the stream.
Yeah.
Katinskaya says there's a Hungarian song saying those who are alive go towards south, those who are dying go to north. So there you go.
Okay, so I should probably go south because I don't want to die. I mean, dying in that game is not so. Oh wait, no. Oh! I think I'm about to crash into the cliff. Oh
no!
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I crashed. Okay.
Oh no!
So I need to go under deck pretty quick and repair the hull. Luckily, I've got some wooden planks for that. So,
Right.
Garrick, I suddenly forgot that this was a video game and you weren't actually crashing into that.
I mean, how amazing would that be if I were actually on a boat in the Caribbean right now and would just go like, "Oh shit, I'm about to sink."
Oh, okay. This is. I have an interesting idea for something we could do that we've never done before, Nacho. Since Georg is on the line, and we have another caller in the queue, and Georg and this other caller happen to host a podcast together. We've never had two callers at the same time, but we could have two callers in this case.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Georg, is that okay with you?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
So
I was trying to honor the topic, and I would have talked about open source software, but no, let's get this mysterious caller, whoever that may be.
Before we bring on the next caller, because we will get to the next caller too.
Yeah,
please tell us about open. Let's talk.
No. Get Matilda in here.
No. Your impulse to talk about open source software came before my impulse to bring Matilda.
Yeah, and it was.
We will do that. We will do that.
Okay, it was the right impulse.
I mean, all I'm saying is open source software is pretty cool, and I love Blender. And I was actually I'm learning programming right now, and I'm basically procrastinating right now to learn the WX widget framework for GUIs in C++, which is also open source. And I mean, yeah. I just wanted to say that open source software is cool because it's free stuff. I don't know that I have much more to say about it. I mean, Blender is pretty cool because it's an open source software that is completely free, not just as in free of charge, but as in you can look at the source code, you can modify the software, repackage it, and it is a serious competition to proprietary solutions like Maya right now. And I think that's pretty cool that people are making that software and getting paid because people are donating, but not by putting that software behind a paywall and saying you can only use this if you pay us, but just by saying, hey, here's the software, and as long as enough people keep giving us money to keep developing it, we'll all have a pretty cool software.
Yeah. I love that. So they're not like hunting and chasing down profit, basically, is what they're.
Yeah, and I think there's this idea that you need a profit motive in order to produce value in society, and open source software to an extent, and especially the way Blender does it. I just found a captain's chest, by the way, just to keep you updated on the game. I did go onto the island.
This is the recipe, by the way, for anyone who wants to call. Perfect call is to talk about something that is of societal importance, and while playing a video game that you can interrupt yourself. Exactly. when we get too close to sounding like we're talking about important things.
Yeah, but just to finish it off, and I think that's kind of similar to how some content creators are using Patreon right now, which is it has its own complications and problems, but I think it's pretty nice that there is proof in the world right now that you can actually both produce value and make a living by just saying, here is the stuff I make for free, and as long as enough people choose to pay me for it, I'll keep making it. Cool. Rather than you have to pay me to get the stuff.
Yeah, what a great time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Things are changing. That's true. Yeah, and about that, I guess like it's to make a good segue, we can introduce Matilde, who is next on the line, with whom I guess you have a show where like
Matilde und Georg produzieren Unterhaltung auf Spotify, Apple Podcasts und überall, wo es Podcasts gibt. So I'm doing the promo in German because it's a German podcast, but check it out.
Matilda, you're on the line too.
Matilda, you're on the line whenever you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, sorry. Hello, hi.
Yeah. Hi, Matilda. I'm sorry that you were probably looking forward to talking on the web without me, but
No, I just I felt like it was a good moment to come in and do promo for our podcast.
Great.
Will people be able to
figuring out
find it
what
on
it's
Google
like.
if they just Google Mook Poo?
You know what? I never tried, but they should, because I try. No, unfortunately, no.
Mukpu is a sweet name.
But
Yeah.
if you go hashtag Mookpoo on Instagram, you'll find us.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and on Twitter, we have been on Twitter for 2 weeks now. So
That's
Nice.
amazing. Well, I'll follow you on Twitter. I didn't know that. I should have known that somehow.
please do.
Yeah, so that's something we do for free. Basically, most podcasts are free stuff.
Yeah. I have done over 80 hours of free podcasts. So
By the way, I'm down in the grove and I'm hearing ominous music. So the skeletons. Oh, there's a skeleton with a powder keg. Oh, that sucks.
Oh
don't
no.
blow me up.
Not a
It's better
skeleton with
without
a powder
sharing,
keg.
honestly. It's funny. It's funnier to not know what's on screen at all. Like I'm imagining the graphics being maybe not that good, but
Oh no, they're pretty cool. It's Unreal Engine.
I want to imagine that it's actually text.
Oh
based.
crap! Oh, God. What are you imagining? Sorry.
That is text based.
That would be pretty cool. Oh crap! Oh crap! The skeleton.
So Matti, besides the podcast, do you have anything for
Okay,
free?
I just exploded. I just blew up the powder keg, but blew up myself. Now I have to offer my soul to the ferryman.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Georg, maybe we need to say goodbye to Georg, I think. Maybe it's getting too complicated.
Georg,
Now I'm on the ferry of the
Georg,
damned. There's nothing
you
happening.
can stay on the line and only interrupt once in a while with some updates on the game. But we're gonna mainly talk to Matilde now.
For sure.
Matti, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm cooking dinner. I hope it's not too loud.
It's not loud at all.
Not yet.
I literally heard nothing.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, I am cooking. Okay.
Okay.
So I love free stuff. That's my thesis on the matter. I think free stuff is the best. I think the best free thing I ever got was in my first year of college. We had to do for a semester, because I studied theater and acting, and we had to do a course in costumes, one in lighting, one in blah blah blah, so that we could basically do a bit of everything. And in my costuming course, the Theater Development Fund came, and they're basically like a fundus, you'd call it in German. They have like costume pieces and stuff that you can rent out, and they gave me a free thing to measure sizes on bodies. What is it called? Like a free clothing measure tape.
Like a tape, like a wrap tape measure.
Yeah, but soft, like for sewing and stuff.
Mm.
And I swear to God, every time I look at it, I feel joy. And I've had it for 11 years, and I'm still, every time I look at it, when did I go to college? Yeah, I've had it for 10 years, 11, something like that. And every time I look at it, I feel immense joy, because I think, wow, you are a perfect gift.
That is a really perfect gift. And like, that's interesting also, because as an actor, that's something you need to constantly have an answer for. Like, what are your sizes? And you need something like that kind of always, because maybe you know your size, but people's sizes change sometimes. And then
you know what? I measure myself all the time, and I'm upset. It's good to be able to do it continuously. But in general, I think that like in America, you get so much more free stuff, and I love it. I cannot tell you, whenever I see a free thing, I take it. If it's an apple, I don't want an apple, I take it. If it's a pen, I take it. If it's a clip, I take it. I'll take all of them.
You mean like, okay, so this is interesting. So, because this is where it begs the question of what really is free or what's not. In America, in the US, I would say you get a lot of branded stuff that is free. So it's stuff that's advertising material.
The thing is, branded stuff is only a problem if you're stupid. Like, if you're smart, it doesn't matter what's written on your stuff. You just don't read it.
I guess that's all we need to know for tonight. What can we say it one more time just to jam it in the skulls of our
Branded
viewers?
stuff is only a problem if you're stupid.
Okay.
Great. That's great branding right there.
Yeah.
So how about?
But hold on. I would say the branded stuff is not free stuff though, because it's given to you for free, but there is a lot of cost.
There's a price, right?
There's a big price.
What's the price?
Well, for one,
comfort.
I mean, but no, there's a psychological effect that it has on you, whether you're aware of it or not. Yeah.
The price is you pay in psychological comfort. That you have to see this brand all the time.
Oh my God, I don't see brands.
What if you like seeing the brand?
Yeah, exactly. What if it's a good brand?
So that's then okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, but I'm just saying it does not necessarily free.
I love the Theater Development Fund, and I think that they're a good brand.
But for example, like when I go to a conference,
none of us are going to argue about that.
When I go to a neuroscience conference, people go crazy for like swag. Like there's all these companies. Like I don't know. Do I want to have an immunofluorescent assay T-shirt? I don't know.
Okay, these are probably pharma companies, so they're evil, right?
No, not this one. No, this is just technical.
I will say that I think the worst free stuff is T-shirts, because then you really are branding your body. I think, branded free stuff should be gadgets and gadgets only.
Yeah, but how about tote bag?
Good bags. Yeah, bags are fine too.
Well, really? But there's a limit.
You get like a million freaking bags with like, I don't know, from your
but you know what? Some conferences do like really good bags. Like
I think it's worth it when they do really good bags, but they tend to sell those. I think they don't necessarily give them.
No. Sometimes you get them for free. It's just the film ones that you have to pay for, because
the film ones.
Well, like Berlinale does great bags and stuff.
Oh, but they give them to people who are part of the festival.
Oh, well, you know what? I just feel a lot of jealousy when I see people. I have to say, I was very happy that Berlinale didn't happen this year, because it avoided like a 2-week bout of jealousy.
I couldn't hear what you said, Matilda.
Yeah, we missed your punchline.
You distorted.
Well, I just said I was glad that Berlinale didn't happen this year, because I was able to skip a 2-week bout of jealousy.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. How about like I was also thinking like, so okay, I have a pretty clear stance on like free stuff, and it seems like you're like a free stuff pro. But what things have you given for free that is the thing that you've liked the most that you've given for free? Like the craziest thing.
Aside my entire art form.
Yeah. Aside that.
Okay. Well, I give a lot of content and podcasts and stuff for free, which I think is a lot. But I guess food. I guess I give a lot of.
Yeah, you give a lot of food for free. That's lot for sure. Yeah, me too. I do that too.
I love giving people food, but I find it really funny because sometimes I feel like people are like, wow, oh my God, like, do I need to pay you for this? I'm like, no, that would be weird. I'm not a restaurant. Like,
right.
But it does add up. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I spent a lot of money on
for sure. For sure. Especially me with my meat habit. Like, I buy for a lot of people and it adds up. There you go.
This question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being invited to a dinner party and then learning that the guests are supposed to split the bill, that you're like supposed to chip in for the food?
At a restaurant or at a
dinner party, like at a private dinner party.
I don't.
Because it feels weird to me. Although, I mean, why wouldn't I? Yeah, okay, we all ate.
It feels super weird to me. I would never do that.
For me,
I think it
it's
depends
actually,
on the origin of the idea. If it's
Yeah.
like a thing of like, should we all have dinner together and like kind of balance this all out, or is it like I would love to have you over for dinner?
right,
Yeah.
right,
Because
Yeah,
if it's I would love to have you
thinking
over
of
for
the
dinner, I
latter.
would never pay. I would never assume that I'm paying necessarily.
right.
But if it's like, oh, let's all have dinner and it just happens to be at someone's house,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. In Uruguay,
Yeah,
this
but
happens a lot because it's customary for like people to do like barbecues, like grillings with people. So like, yeah, exactly. So if I do like a barbecue at home and I say like, hey, I would love to have you in my place to like do a barbecue, like I invite people. But like sometimes like in a WhatsApp group with my friends of high school, they say like, hey, we should all do a barbecue. And then somebody goes, the owner of the house goes and buys everything, and then we split the bill. And it's the
Yeah,
classic
but
thing.
those are two different situations, I would say. Like if I'm like, hey, you guys come up, although yeah, in general I tend to not ask. I don't ask people for money if they come eat at my house. But what I will do is do something like, hey, you pick up wine, you pick up dessert, can you bring bread? And then you balance.
Absolutely. That is totally fine. That is the cool way to do it.
Yeah.
But it depends. If it's a communal like organization thing, I think it's fine because like it doesn't matter how many like wines you bring or like if you bring an ice cream. It's like if you buy like enough food for making a barbecue for people, like, and you're not the one that kind of like invited them, then it's perfectly fine to just like split the bill. That's what
I
we would
agree. I
always.
agree.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I will say that there's
agree.
nothing more annoying than being like, I just cooked dinner for 5 people, and then I'll be like, hey, can you bring wine? And the person brings 1 bottle of wine, and you're like, well, fuck you. Like, there's 5 of us. What are we gonna all nibble at this?
But I think we've talked about this before. I think actually at length, Matilda. But I think it's because people have, and maybe you guys will agree with this or not, but I think people have a bit of a bullshit idea as to how much a dinner costs. Like when you're feeding a group of people, like because most people don't do it that often. I would say, like unless you have a family or you have friends over all the time. But you don't really think about how much it costs to feed 4, 5, 6 people. And so you like go, okay, 1 bottle enough is probably the amount that everyone else is contributing to this. And it's like, no, like a huge meal can cost quite a lot of money for whoever's making it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's sort of like a mental, like people are like fabricating how much something costs in their head.
Yeah.
Or they're just cheap.
Anyway, Matti, Georg, I won't say bye to you. So Trevor, do not kick them out because today we're doing something special. We're rolling in guests without kicking out guests. Because like, especially Georg,
this could get not very
Georg,
nice in terms of
you're
audio
talking
quality.
to us, but you're playing video games, and Matti's talking to us, but she's cooking. So
Yeah.
whoever is doing something right now, we just
I
call
think it
us.
would be cool if we just, I mean, obviously we let the other guests talk, but occasionally update everybody on how the game or the food is coming along.
Then I should tell everything. I'm making, I've got some rabbit legs that I'm making with lemon and kale.
Oh, wow.
That sounds amazing.
That's exciting.
So Nacho, then do you want to do the honors of introducing the next caller in our queue?
Absolutely. And before
I just want to let you know that I am fighting the captain now.
Right.
I've gone through all of his underlings, and I'm now fighting the captain.
We wish Godspeed.
Thank you.
Godspeed, Admiral.
So before I introduce our next caller in line, I'll just highlight a couple of messages. Jamie, who gave me this amazing banana bread, says that her free advice is to try banana bread with some peanut butter. That would be nice, Jamie, if I had not finised the entire pot of peanut butter that I bought this week to try my first peanut butter.
Wow, that's crazy.
So,
I think, was it in the show last week that we were talking about peanut butter?
Yeah.
And then you felt inspired by that and you have finished the peanut butter you bought already?
Yeah. I tell you, I'm an addict. So I wish, God damn it, I wish I had peanut butter with me.
Let's just assume, for anyone watching, who's looking for like health tips, I probably would assume that eating a jar of peanut butter a week is not a good idea.
Exactly. So please do never give me for free a jar of peanut butter because I'm gonna eat it very fast. Actually, like I'm saying, like it didn't last me a week. It lasted me 3 days. So yeah, that's me. Katinskaya said tape measure. I guess it was related to Mati's comments. Katinskaya, you're a great watcher
A
of the
regular
show.
watcher.
A regular watcher. We'd love to talk to
And
you
commenter.
sometime. If you have something that you think that you got for free, please call us. And now, without further ado, I would like to get in the line our friend Josh.
Hey, oh my goodness, I feel like I've got a second family.
Yeah, this is a real family here. Real sort of.
You're not going to tell me
style.
to stop playing video games and go to bed.
That's true. That is true. I won't do that. I couldn't do that to you, Georg. But I still want you to share your screen.
I mean, I would love to if there's a. I mean, I guess if anybody knows how to do that, it would be you in StreamYard, right?
Pretty sure you can just hit the share screen button and share a window.
Yeah,
Let's
but
see what happens.
the game is not in a browser window. The game is running on my PC.
Right. No,
I just want to say, Nacho and I have taken the stance where we're just going to let this happen. Whatever.
I mean, I think like we cannot stop it. But like, let me talk to Josh.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down for dinner now.
Oh,
Good.
thank you. Thanks, Mati, for the update. Josh, so
Yeah.
how you doing? What's up with free stuff?
Free stuff. I could talk for a long time about. I mean, I think you'd have to be a crazy person not to like free stuff.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I guess maybe some people.
Wait, if you are that crazy person, one of those 6 person watching on the stream, if you're that crazy person that doesn't like free stuff, call us. We want to hear from you. And,
there we go.
And here's the streaming of the game. Well,
This is amazing. Talk about free stuff. We get to free entertainment. We get to watch.
I no longer
finally
have to be interesting looking whatsoever. We can.
This, I mean, because he's been talking about this game, and I have no context for it. I guess I could have been looking at a trailer gameplay.
It's darker than I imagined.
Yeah, it is much
because
darker.
it's night right now, and I am in the Sunken Grove.
Yes, of course. This is the Sunken Grove.
And here's
so
Dirty Clayman or something.
We apologize, by the way, for anyone who's tuning in and did not expect violence in the show.
Right. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Josh.
I did it.
Tell us about
I got a hateful Bounty Skull.
So
Ooh, nice.
Good for you, Georg. Okay, stop sharing your screen now. It's my time to talk. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're going to keep the screen on, but Georg can give you some space, I think.
Well, so now what I'm going to do...
I mean, I'll just update you on important moments like me defeating a skeleton captain.
Guys, I think that you have to answer Kristen Kaya's question.
Okay. So cutting
so much going on.
If you keep the colors in line, what happens when the many personalities of the turtle will want to call it?
Well, I think I can speak for the turtle when I say the turtle is probably sleeping right now.
Yeah, that's a great question, Katinskaya. Like, how could we have a conversation with the turtle? That would be interesting.
I found another pineapple.
Go ahead. Nice. Georg, are there any turtles in Sea of Thieves?
Not that I know of. I think the only wildlife are fish, snakes, like this one. Should I'll charm the snake. Oh wait.
Yeah, charm the snake. This is it. We're giving free advertising to this Sea of Thieves game.
I know,
game
to this
right
game.
Now too. It does look pretty fun, I have to say.
So Josh, going back to you and your free stuff. If we ever get to it.
The most memorable free thing I've ever gotten was on my birthday in Brooklyn 15 years ago, maybe. I was out with my friends. We were walking, I guess, to someone's house from a bar or something, and we happened across a record that we found on the ground. And because I can also get into StreamYard here, I'm going to show you what this record is by putting it in an overlay.
There's so much happening on screen right now.
I know, but this is important to show. You have to remember that this was in Brooklyn, and we found this German record called Super Party Hits, and it is just chock full of like the worst Schlager. Papa trinkt Bier is like the one that
That's great.
and anyway, so that's something that I just like, that I have a fond memory of.
And it's a double LP.
It's a double LP, yeah. Somewhere, I don't know if we still have it somewhere in a box somewhere in the States, but that's like something that like very, that's a fond memory I have, free stuff. But I will say, kind of topically, because you were talking about Berlinale, I worked at a film festival, which I will not name, for many, many years in New York City.
You know which one it is, Josh.
Yeah, you can know, but I'm not going to put it out on the live stream.
Yeah. Also, let's not give them free advertisement.
Yeah, they don't really need it. My first year working there, I was a volunteer. It was the very first year of the festival, and I was just happy I was a film student. I was just so happy to be working at this festival. And the person I'd been working for in the doing like live panel discussions, they had a spare swag bag that these bags of goodies that they would give to panelists, and she gave me one as like a thank you for being a volunteer on her team. And I thought I was like the most amazing thing that ever happened to me in my life. It was like a decent swag bag, but just being like whatever I was at that age, 19, 20 years old, just like, this was incredible that I could get a bag of like free shampoo and like coupons to a spa that I would never actually go to, and all this like crazy stuff. And then I remember 10 years later, like one of my last years working at the festival, Apple was a sponsor of the festival, and we had like, there was so much spare gear. My boss just like gave me Apple gear at the end.
Oh my God.
Like electronics?
Yeah, like an Apple TV and
oh my God.
A Mac Mini, and like just
so
crazy stuff.
Couple $100 in value. That's amazing for free.
Easily, but like they weren't using it. It was just it's like, this was the free stuff I was getting, and I remember being like, I guess it's pretty good that I'm getting this for free. Just like the difference in between like the first year and the last year. But I mean, clearly that was cool. Free stuff is good. Crazy. I don't know how you can say no to free stuff, but I will say, despite all that, my favorite is free street stuff.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I think I want to interject here because Josh, like, I think free street stuff is very dependent on geography, country, neighborhood, and etc. Like, in New York, all the art that we had in our apartment was mostly street art, like found on the street and hung up.
Yeah.
But the stuff you find here, I would say, is not qualitatively as high.
No, but I found more practical good stuff on the street here in Berlin. Like, it's crazy what people put out, like, for Sperrmüll. Like that bread box is a perfect example. Yeah. I'm not surprised, but that's like so fucking cool. We have like, I would say at least 4 or 5 things in our kids' room that we got from the street, like a huge bookshelf and like.
Sorry, I'm mesmerized by Georg fighting.
I know it is pretty. Jesus Christ! This game, I thought
this looks very hard, Georg.
I know.
This is one of the easier enemies. See,
what's his name? Already. Captain Never Yield? Was that what it was?
Something like that. Yeah. I'm taking a break from the skeleton slaying mission now and dig for treasures. So that shouldn't be as like.
No, I love the screen. The screen's amazing. Josh, sorry it interrupted you.
No, it's of course. I mean, this is incredibly mesmerizing. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I find in Berlin there's like because in New York you'll find free stuff, but it's usually like in not great shape. And I am like continuously surprised about the stuff that's like in perfectly fine condition that's just left outside of buildings sometimes in Berlin.
Yeah, I agree. In Berlin, the vibe is very nice for stuff.
Totally. And I love it because it's like reuse, right? And it's free.
Right.
So it's like, it's all good.
When Trevor and I moved out of our apartment here in Berlin, and towards the end, I put so much good stuff on the street. And it was so exhilarating to watch people pick it up.
Oh, not a thing went to waste.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy how quick stuff goes too. It really.
In fact, it was actually pretty funny. Like so we put a bunch of stuff out like on the street, in front of this like church that was across the street, and it never like was there for very long. But then someone, I think at another point, probably saw our pile and put like a broken chair kind of near it and the bike racks, and there was a legitimately broken chair, like it was missing 2 legs. And so they put it like next to the bikes, and it never moved. It was there for months.
But
so in terms of taking quality stuff, people love, but in terms of taking garbage, nobody takes it.
Right.
Well, we had someone renovating another apartment in our building, and they put out like all this stuff, including a door. And I know that might sound crazy, but like the door to our kids' room, it's got a glass panel in it. I don't know what I mean. Our apartment is weird. For whatever reason, this door had a glass panel in it. Of course, because we've got 2 kids, they slammed the door so many times so hard that the glass is like broken in the frame and like taped in place so that they don't get injured. But I was like desperate to change this door, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. It's the exact right position for the hinges and everything. I'm gonna grab this door and replace our kids' door. This is like the most amazing free thing.
Wow.
And I bring it in, and everything lines up perfectly right, except like the door is 3/4 size. So there's like there's like half a meter. There's like a half a meter gap on the bottom. Like everything lined up perfectly. The hinges and the latch and everything. I'm just like, can't for the life of me figure out where this door would have been. But I was like, well, this clearly isn't going to work. And and then I put it back outside, and I'm sure whoever put the door there was like, what's going on here? The door is back.
That's very funny.
Wow. So I feel like we can't end the show until we have one more caller. So
and we do have a caller on the line. So maybe let's.
We do.
Yeah.
I didn't even see. Oh my God.
Yeah. So let's give some space to our new caller on the line, Duke.
Hey,
Duke.
Hi, Duke.
Hey. Well,
Duke, how are you?
Hey, good to see you guys.
Good to hear
Good
you.
to hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I missed like the first 15 minutes of the show, so I'm not sure if you guys talked about this, and I apologize if you did. But I would like to talk a little bit about the dark side of free stuff.
Okay, because I just want to catch you up real quick. The only thing you missed was this beautiful bread box that I got. Really.
Oh, I'm also really jealous about the bread box, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That is beautiful. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, let's talk about the dark side.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I have a few examples from my from my personal life, but to also address what Josh said about how can you not like free stuff. I think free stuff to a certain extent is good, but one has to be careful. I give you an example. Let's say you go to a grocery store and there's free chocolate, right? They hand out chocolate, for you to try. So, how much should you take? I mean, do you take 1 piece? What if you really like chocolate and you take 3 or 4 pieces? And now other people around you will think you're some crazy, egotistical person who's only thinking about himself. And this could cause problems. I mean, this could cause problems with friendship, with relationships.
Right.
I mean, I don't think one should be very responsible when taking free stuff.
I agree with you.
You said you had some examples.
Yeah,
Duke. Do you care to share any?
Well,
Can I just ask you to take a brief look at all the treasures I found on one single island?
Wow.
Oh,
I
good.
just want to say that the visuals momentarily were perfect for what Duke was talking about being a little hog for the chocolate.
Oh my God, the Hulk thing was crazy.
So Georg, I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, if you're taking all the treasures, there's no treasure left for anyone else to find. This could cause problems for folks. They get depressed. They feel bad about themselves while you are hoarding all the treasure.
Maybe that's why there are so many skeletons on that island. Yeah.
Are you leaving that island now?
Wait, what?
Take the treasure.
Yeah, of course, but I'm not going to carry them all.
Oh, you go. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Amazing technology you have on this.
Carl, so we have a message in the chat. Carl Clancy says, "I just got there. What the fuck is going on?"
I've been here and I don't know
Carl,
what the fuck is
the topic of the day is free stuff. But just as something is free, we started to chaining people in the call. So
I
right
guess
now,
we got a little free with the rules for.
we got free. We got it carried out. So we have like George, Matilde, Josh, and Duke in the line. So everybody's staying in line, and most of them are doing something while they talk to us. And this is Georg that is actually playing a game. So yeah, it's a confusing day, but we're taking it like it's a free show. So that's how we roll.
Yeah. So I just wanted to encourage everyone to be measured when it comes to free stuff, and think about others while indulging.
That's true.
I think Duke is right. However, if we want to talk about branded stuff, let's also talk about the high price of free samples. A free sample is only free because somebody wants you to buy a sample in big, the thing that is being sampled.
That is true. And that, when I heard your voice, Matilda, that reminded me of something you said earlier about free food. That's another example that I wanted to give. I think one has to be careful with I'm sorry if I'm putting a negative spin on this, but I have received free food in the past from folks, and I'm a germaphobe, and I'm very careful about things I touch and put in my mouth and stuff. So it puts a certain pressure on someone, especially when someone hands you free food and watches you, like they want to see you eat it, and you're kind of going like, oh no, I don't want to eat this, but if I don't, so again, I'm sorry that I'm taking this to the dark side of free stuff, but again should be careful about.
No, it makes total sense. Total sense.
Can I tell a very short story that I just thought of? Or
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have,
and then we're very excited. We have another caller to add to end the show. So that's great.
As some of you may know, I have OCD. Actually, it got pretty severe last year. But one of the early moments where that happened is when I was on the way to a show to an open mic years ago, and then in the subway, just some dude ran up to me and handed me like this full box of lighters, of just cheap lighters, and said, "Hey, do you smoke? Do you need lighters? Here, have some lighters." Ran off. Wow. And I was so sure that something must have been wrong with those lighters that I just left them at the station. Although I was a heavy smoker at the time, but I just felt I don't know what's up with those lighters. Maybe they're cursed. Maybe they've been stolen from some mob boss or whatever. I didn't want to have anything to do with those free lighters.
There you
also,
go.
like Georg, so was this one of these like when you go to a Späti or a convenience store? It's like the full pack of lighters, like that on display.
Pretty much.
No one needs that many lighters at home.
Of course.
Yeah. You're probably good. They were probably stolen, and it's probably good for you to put those down. Probably would have walked out of the station and the cops would have arrested you.
I guess so, yeah.
Right.
Wow. Okay, let's get another caller on the line. And like I challenge everybody who's on the stream right now, we want to keep adding callers. So
there is a limit in StreamYard how many people we can have.
We want to hit the limit. We're close to the limit. You don't know what the limit is. Let's not tell the audience what the limit is.
Is Cam not making a drink today?
Cam is
unfortunately not.
Yeah, Cam is couldn't make it today, sadly.
But yeah, let's say open invitation to anyone watching. We have 5 more minutes of the show, and we want to fill as many callers as we can. So let's bring on our next caller, Nacho, please.
So our next caller on the line is Carl.
Hey guys.
Hey, Carl.
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks. It's a shame I didn't call in a bit earlier. I've just come from a different live internet show. You guys know Stuart Dunlop from
Yes.
CCB.
Oh yeah.
So I was just on the Feet and Ball show, and we were talking about a collab with Call Time, where we was just saying, wouldn't it be great if we could somehow organize it so that you were on their show and they were on your show at the same time? Which could be a logistical nightmare.
This is a good idea, yeah.
But I didn't realize that, I was about to almost be doing that right now. So here we are.
Also, like, you didn't realize that you were going to jump into another logistical nightmare.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Which is our show.
Yeah,
it's working quite well, actually.
Yeah. It's nice. There's also, like, I love the graphics.
Oh crap! I fell off the boat. Oh no!
Oh no!
You made it back. Whee.
I was gonna say, Garrick, what are you doing, you daredevil?
I also have to say the graphics of this game are like way better than I had pictured at first.
Yeah, what is this game? I love it.
It's Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I haven't looked at computer games in about 15 years. This is incredible.
Yeah.
I've been missing out.
I'm just having a long journey right now, so I think I'll have a drink.
Carl, do you have any free things to talk about? Because anything related to free stuff that you want to share?
Free stuff.
Because we have another caller on the line, guys.
Well, my specialist subject I was asked to provide a specialist subject on the last show, and the only thing I could think of was improv, and I'm like, nobody wants to hear me talk about that. So I went with petting dogs, and it occurs to me that petting dogs is free.
Briefly look at that. That is an actual feature of the game. I'm drunk right now.
Nice.
That's what happens to me when I'm drunk. Everything warps and wobbles.
Oh man, I'll have a fucking sip of that.
So, Carl, you wanted to say that like petting dogs is a free stuff that you get that is pretty cool?
It is free, yeah. Although sometimes in Germany, the scowl that you get if you pet someone's dog, maybe without asking, or if you pet the dog for too long. Yeah, that's it's not. Yeah, it doesn't cost money, but it feels terrible.
Yeah, they don't like it that much. Here in America, everybody goes crazy about petting other people's dogs. It's like insane.
Yeah, I was in Chicago and I asked someone if I could pet their like chocolate lab puppy, and they looked at me like I was fucking insane, as if like, why do you think I have a chocolate lab puppy? Other than for other people to pet it. Yeah,
exactly. Okay, let's welcome another caller in the show, Mike.
Hey,
you're in the show.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you, Mike?
Good.
I'm pretty well. I'm working right now, so I'm doing something else as well. Like everyone here.
Yeah,
yeah, it's fun.
So instead of getting free stuff, I'm actually, while calling, I am charging for this. Because I'm actually working.
You're getting paid.
I'm getting paid while I'm talking with you.
Matti, go on.
I just said he's the only smart person here.
Yeah, you're really Mike, are you a comedian? I have to ask.
No, I'm not.
That's why. You are the smart person here. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, so
Mike,
can
you tell us what you do for a living?
I develop software.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Open source?
No, but I do appreciate open source a lot. Yeah. Because
by the way, I'm trying to get into software development, so the other thing I could do instead of gaming would be this. But
oh,
now we're talking. Oh,
nice. Wow. Is that Visual Studio?
That was Visual Studio, yes.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah. Well, you could actually program what you're playing, so.
That would be pretty cool if I had that skill.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, that's pretty cool.
But that's amazing, and I'm glad you're making a little money while we're entertaining.
The only thing that I'm beginning to feel watching Georg play this is that I really want to be in the sea.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in this sea. This sea looks like it's both very rough and also dangerous in terms of zombie skeletons attacking me. But
yeah, Trevor and I have experiences of almost dying in the sea, and like, I can attest that Trevor wouldn't like the sea.
No.
Can I ask you a question?
Please, yes.
Like, are you actually like writing code right now while talking to us? Are you like typing and talking at the same time?
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm used to.
Amazing.
Wow.
I'm really impressed, seriously.
During the week, I just call shows. And while working,
He is a comedian.
Yeah. Mike, where are you calling from? Berlin, by the way.
no, I'm actually calling from Uruguay.
From Uruguay. Oh.
Yeah, Mike's a friend of mine.
Okay. You didn't give him any introduction, Nacho. I wasn't sure.
No, I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see how he wanted to introduce himself. Mike, do you have any anecdotes of free stuff that you remember?
Yeah, definitely. My father is a big fan of free stuff. So whenever he goes to the supermarket, the first things he does is actually search for free stuff, and then he actually goes shopping. So
that's a man after my own heart. That's what I do whenever I go to IKEA. I go to like the as is section first.
Yeah, that's
good idea.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got another fundamental question about free stuff.
Please, we steer this conversation back.
Georg playing this game reminds me of pirates, and when I think of pirates, I think of them taking other people's stuff. So the question then becomes: once the stuff that belonged to someone else was taken, does that then become free stuff for another person?
So
that's
basically,
a very complicated question.
That's I wish we had a philosopher on the line to talk at something like this. But yeah, that's a tricky dilemma there.
Right.
I mean, it is free stuff, but it's not. Is it morally free?
Right.
Wow.
Good question. But do we when we talk about free stuff, are we talking about
stealing
monetary value?
I mean, I think that we're forgetting to kind of talk about a very important thing. It is in a capitalist system anything free.
I think only if you
I think
steal
this is
it.
a question we'll have
Only
to
if you
leave
steal
the
it.
show on. Like, I think we can't answer this question now. So it's a very good question. So I think I think that's a great way to end this bulk call we have here.
This
I mean,
ship
guys,
of thieves.
The Ship of Thieves. What a show it has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to Mike and to Carl and to Duke and to Josh and to Matilda and to Georg.
Are we getting the free drink at the end of the show?
By the way, if you enjoyed watching me play Sea of Thieves, I'm streaming another game, Planet Coaster, every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/GeorgFK.
There you go.
Can we?
If you
Can we
enjoy
do it?
Georg's voice, we release a new podcast episode every Thursday. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.
And Matilda does drunk cooking on Instagram.
Yes.
True.
Lots of great free
Great.
content.
I get drunk and cook on Instagram.
Let's just say lots of great free content on not so free platforms in the end.
Right.
But yes.
Look at that! I've
Including on
found
the
a
CCTV
free
channel.
emerald.
Georg,
It's free.
Georg, can we do a crossover episode and participate in your Twitch?
For sure. I mean, anytime.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of crossover episodes now.
Yeah, you can just like play your game and we can just comment on it.
Oh,
I think
would love
Nacho,
that. Like,
our brand
honestly,
is
no joke.
solidified enough that we could just start
What
doing crossover.
are you free on Tuesday night? I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome anytime.
Possibly.
Seriously.
Sounds great.
Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to everyone so that we can conclude the show without a bunch
Thank
of noise
you.
and stuff
Good
like that.
seeing
But thank
you,
you all for
Nacho.
calling.
Bye.
Good
Bye,
talking,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye. Thanks for the show.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. That was a lot of clicking I just had to do.
To everyone. Yeah.
Oh my god! It's
What a show!
what a crazy, weird show that was.
It was.
But I liked it. I think Duke really also brought the whole like piracy theme into the end. I thought that was really nice, actually.
Yeah, it was nice. He brought it like into like these deep conversations and into like connecting all these calls and these subjects and well, it was great to hear everybody like that. It's been a while.
It's fun.
Always a pleasure to hear so many friends. Also, Michael, first caller from Uruguay.
Not on the line anymore. There we go.
He's in the line.
Is he? No.
I heard him. Like he said, yeah.
No, there's no one on the line.
First caller from Uruguay. So it has been really fun. Also, thanks to Jamie in the chat and Katinskaya, like always, like they're in the chat, and whoever else is watching right now. And before we leave, we should like share here you have the link for donating to the Comedy Cafe Berlin, because even though the show is free, like you could support us and support the theater so that it stays open and it opens up with a whole new set of shows and a whole new like momentum when things get better. And there's a lot of merch that you can also buy to support the show. So you can get something like you support the show, but you kind of get something for free in a way. Because you can buy like a nice T-shirt or like some baby stuff. I guess that's what we say all the time.
There's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, and we have like also like here a comment from Jitsu that says thank you, which is very nice. We appreciate that. Thank you for listening and watching the amazing waves of
that was cool. We may have to up the ante visually now that
yeah. So that was our show. Anything else you want to end on, Trev?
No, I guess we'll see everyone next week.